Hello, we are Sornia. It is a pleasure to be here. All of us that are here. There are many thousands of us that are here. I am the spokesperson. We have some what you would call newcomers here, and this is what we want to share with you today. We may be short and to the point with you today. It's because it is a heightened time, not just for you on earth, but for us here in what you call the world of spirit, in the assembling of the various, you call us aliens, of the various alien races that are coming together in order to assist not just planet Earth, but the other dimensional realities that are freeing themselves and liberating themselves from the entrapments that have been in place for many thousands and thousands of years. So we have some, as we said, newcomers here, and these are forces that, well, forces meaning in the sense that they're here to assist, but these are light beings that come from what you would call your ninth dimensional reality. So, you know, in the possibilities for humanity in its various levels of existence are, second, third, fourth, and so on dimensional realities. These are beings that have, if you will, graduated to the ninth dimensional reality. There are more realities beyond that. So their vibration is very much a match to what it is that all of you who hear these messages and more are looking to achieve. And because these beings of light, we will call them that because they do appear as light, because they are capable of transcending the limitations of the human, we'll call it a grid. There's a grid besides your own electromagnetic grid that is on the planet, that's part of the structure and nature of Mother Earth. What has been on your planet for some time now is a grid that, in particular with Earth, we're going to speak now just about Earth, your reality, that those that are hearing this, there has been a type of, best way to describe it is a steel grid. It's a very thin layer that has gone over the natural structure of Earth. And you've been inside that grid. It's another type of magnetic grid, but what it does, this magnetic grid, it prevents and holds back the energetic connections that you are capable of making to the realms that are outside of this grid, outside of Earth. So now we're here at this point. So we knew this all along. We may have talked about it with you at other times, but we are talking about it with you now because now we are ready to really work with this force that has been entrapping humanity to such a degree that it has made it very difficult for the masses to access higher vibrational thinking, feeling, consciousness, awareness, however you want to understand that. It's been there and it's ready to be removed. It was placed in by these forces, again, that want to keep humanity as their slaves or entrap, or however you want to understand that. So because it wasn't time, we needed that you all were in the places that you are now. What do we mean by that? We needed that the force of your own understanding of your divine nature that was understood by enough of you, and that you are living and breathing and being that force, that this could be possible. So the beings of light that have come in are able now to go through this barrier and to work at dissolving it, removing it, taking it away. But what's important here for you to understand, it's still intact, it's still in place. And these beings that are capable of removing this have started their work. So what's happened is there's a electromagnetic field that is created by these others that want to keep you, we'll call them the dark, just for simplicity. They've ratcheted it up, the intensity of it. So because they understand, oh, here we go. These forces that have come in, these light beings that have come in, they're going to be able to do what humans, those in human form, haven't been able to do, and how we've been ultimately always able to keep them subservient to us. So what you might be feeling at this time is an intensity, we should say, an increase in your emotional fields, in your thinking. You want to be very aware of your thinking. You want to be aware of your emotions. You want to know what is coming up from you, what is coming from external. The increase in your own vibration. Okay, is it an increase in your vibration? In a way it is. See, what's happening is the part of you that is eternal, that understands the soul, that essence of you is holding that light. But that thin line there, that is the connection between the eternal part of you and the temporary part, the human part. That part right there is what is being activated, if you will. So it's an energetic field within your body. So the soulful, eternal part of you understands what is going on and has the strength. But that thin line where that is between the soul and the physical form, what keeps you joined together, is been activated and amplified by the forces that want to keep you entrapped. So what's happening for many of you, there's an increase in your, what you would say, your more negative emotions, the lower vibrational emotions. And in some ways, this is good because it's bringing up things that maybe you were unaware of, but you may have been aware of these things and they may be coming on even stronger. Each of you will have your experience felt in your own personal way. But you want to be aware of this because it is falsehood in a sense. It's not true. It's not who you are. So if you are feeling it with any sort of intensity, increased sense of being human, let's put it that way, an increased sense of being human, it's because these forces that want to keep things status quo, and that means keeping humanity in a place of subservience to these powers, these forces, that part of you is being, how can we say that? It's intensifying. So you're feeling your humanness. You are feeling your humanness. And you want to be aware of that. You want to share this with others. You really want to, because you could see in your world a lot of individuals who are unaware, who are going to be going off the deep end, as you say. They will be encountering experiences that are of an intense nature. You may see more, just in your small world, you may see more altercations between people. You may see people becoming more impatient, more intolerant. You who understand will know how to manage this, but those of you who do not understand, which may or may not be listening to our sessions, but if you share it with them, you will be able to help them and assist them. It is a very strong time to be in human form. It's a very interesting time too, because as you're having this human experience, you are really understanding the nature of your reality as you go through this, and whether or not you want to choose to indulge these lower vibrational energies by feeling them and experiencing them and identifying with them as being part of your nature, or are you going to experience them and feel them and know that they are just there to be experienced and to be let go and to be understood by you from the heart and not from the head, always to the heart, because you are living in a time that everything is heart-centered. You've moved there. So when you need to understand anything, go to the heart. go to the heart, because the heart center will give you that information. Hold your ground. Be strong during this time, because you are being manipulated, but you know this. You are being used in a sense, and some of you may feel on the verge of, I don't want to go through this anymore. I don't want to experience this anymore. You may hear people say, I'm done, I'm out of here, meaning they may want to give up on their earthly experience. So this is a very interesting time. See it from that perspective. That sheet that's covering up the true nature of who you are and your capability of connecting truly to the eternal part of you, source, God, creator, who you are, that is being removed by these ninth dimensional beings who are your brothers and sisters and companions. You say, oh, but we're not ninth dimensional. Not yet, no. But that's where you're headed. See, this experience you're having here on Earth, you've been told and you believe that, oh, we're going to go to fifth dimensional reality. And we want to tell you, those of you who are able to stay through all of this and go what you call the long haul, stay there, you'll probably skip that and go straight to the higher dimensional realities. And because of what you are doing and holding the light, holding divine light and love on your planet, the Christ consciousness, holding that even through all of this ugliness that you are experiencing internally and externally. Those of you who can hold that, and again, if you can't, it's okay. You're doing the best you can. We know that. But you will be, after that, have gained so much in terms of your own expansion that you will slide right through to the higher dimensional realities where you will have a match to your vibration, where many of your brothers and sisters are. And they've gone through this too in other dimensional realities. We've said that to you. But if you can remember that right now, it's not just happening on Earth, it is happening in all of these other dimensions, that there are Earth-like realities, and there are many, that are also freeing themselves. You can at least go through your experiences for the next month or so. So, month seems like a long time, but it really isn't. But this next month or so, you can go through this knowing the good that is going to come from this, not just for yourself, but for all. Because as that was the point of what we wanted to say today, as you continue to know yourself as the divine beings that you are, you hold that, so these ninth dimensional light beings have that assistance from you to work on this steel encapsulated limitation that has been put around Earth and even in other Earth-like realities, but we're speaking about Earth. So get strong, take care of yourselves. What you understand is taking care of yourselves. Most of you are doing it, but this is just to remind you, take care of yourselves. Now is not the time to indulge those negative emotions and saying, oh, what does it matter? I'm going to let myself just feel all of this and throw caution to the wind. Feel the intensity of the emotions, but work with it. Work with it to understand it and continually know who you really are. Know that, because if not, the dark gets more control. And as you are holding that, these ninth dimensional beings are able to take that energy and work on dissolving and removing this barrier that has been there for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. We hope this is the last one. We hope that this is the only and last one. We don't know. As we said, as you and I and others here progress and move forward, we uncover things that we didn't see before, or the forces that want to keep the status quo will come in and throw something else on, but they are becoming weaker, less capable of manipulating. They're still doing it, but it's weakening. The forces are weakening because of what everyone is doing. We are all together. We are all together in this. And we wanted to share this with you so you could understand the coming weeks, month or so, and not be crippled by it, and be able to know that it's all part of something greater than you, but a part of you as well. And that you are really allowing yourselves to have that experience of oneness as you let yourself go through this with that wisdom and that heart-centered approach that we have been talking about. Do that. Talk to us, reach out to us. We're all very busy over here, but we always have time for you. But it's a very, very busy time. It's an exciting time. You should be excited. We understand if it's difficult because of the current circumstances, but hang on through all of this, because the desire to quit may come in, but don't. Well, we can't tell you what to do or not do, but we would advise you not to give up, because the future is looking very, very bright. Smile, share that with the world, share it with yourselves, but take care of yourselves. So hopefully this message helped all of you. That is always our intention. We love you very much. We are Sornia. Goodbye.